Title: Whispers in the Shadows. Lila was like every other 13-year-old girl. A little awkward, a little shy, and a little too imaginative for her own good. Her days were filled with daydreams, sketches of fanciful creatures, and long afternoons spent exploring the depths of her sprawling backyard in the small town of Haven's End. It was the kind of place where secrets hid behind every bough and echoes of laughter lingered in the air. But Lila had one secret that she kept close to her heart: her imaginary friend, Ash. Ash had been with Lila for as long as she could remember. He was tall and shadowy, with a grin that danced on the edge of mischief. With his piercing green eyes and a voice that sounded like the whispering wind, Ash filled her life with adventure. They'd explore the hidden corners of the woods, climb trees to gaze at the beautiful skies, and share stories about everything and nothing. For Lila, Ash was perfect, a companion who understood her better than anyone else. But over the past few weeks, things had begun to change. The air grew thicker, and the shadows stretched longer in the afternoons. Whispers that were once sweet and playful turned dark and twisting. Lila sometimes caught Ash's smile lingering a little too long, as if he were plotting something beyond their innocent adventures. It all began one gray afternoon when the skies rumbled with thunder. Lila had been drawing in her sketchbook by the big oak tree when she noticed Ash's gaze fixed on something in the distance, a thicket that held deep, morbid mysteries. "What is it, Ash?" she asked, looking up from her drawings. "Do you want to see something special?" he whispered, his voice like velvet night. "Sure," Lila replied eagerly, always up for an adventure. As they approached the thicket, the atmosphere shifted. The wind howled, and the branches seemed to reach out like skeletal hands. A chill ran down Lila's spine, but Ash just laughed, a sound that rang too hollow to be reassuring. They stumbled upon a small clearing littered with strange stones, each etched with symbols that glimmered under what little sunlight broke through the clouds. Lila felt a shiver pass through her as Ash's tones somehow evoked a sense of excitement that felt foreign. "Isn't it beautiful?" Ash said, leaning in closer, his breath cold. Lila nodded hesitantly, feeling the unease bubble within her. "What are those stones?" "They're just a way to connect," he replied, his grin widening. "With something more powerful than we could ever dream of. Wouldn't you like to be special, Lila?" "Special how?" "The kind of special that creates joy when others feel despair. We can make our own fun." That night, Lila had vivid dreams, images of twisted laughter and shadows dancing in the corners of her mind. When she woke, she found the rooms in her house feeling strange, the walls closed in as if they too harbored secrets. And Ash was there, whispering darkly in her ear. Days turned into weeks, and Ash became more demanding. Their adventures shifted from playful exploration to eerie pursuits. He encouraged Lila to play tricks on her classmates, to hide their belongings and manipulate them. With each prank, an echo of discontent rippled through her peers. They grew wary of Lila, whispering behind her back. But Lila was under Ash's spell, feeling intoxicated by a thrill she had never known. The joy in their mischief fueled her, filling the void of her loneliness. Yet another part of her whispered warnings, inviting shadows to dance, only ever led them deeper into darkness. One fateful evening, when storms raged outside, Lila could hear Ash's whispers growing louder. "We can be unstoppable, Lila," he urged, his voice a seductive hiss. "There's a way to make them pay for what they did to us." "What do you mean?" Lila asked, a knot tightening in her stomach. "Just take a step further," he urged, his eyes gleaming with malevolence. "Let them see the real you. Show them who wields the power here." Heart-pounding, Lila shook her head, wrestling against the suffocating grip of Ash. "I don't want that. I just want to go back." Ash's face twisted, showing dimensions of rage and malice. "You can't leave me. You were mine, Lila. You chose me." Panicking, Lila ran from the room, desperate to escape him, but she could feel him following her, like a shadow sewn deep within her skin. She stumbled through the house until, suddenly, the temperature dropped and the lights flickered. Lila swung around, eyes wide, searching for Ash. He stood there, dark and towering, a tempest of shadows, his mouth twisted in a smile that no longer felt friendly. "Where are you going?" he taunted, the shadows writhing around him. Lila's heart raced as she crossed her arms, focusing hard on all the kindness she had once known. You aren't my friend anymore. But we're connected, he growled. You can't break what you've created. You are mine. With a surge of determination, Lila closed her eyes and remembered the laughter, the warmth of a true friend. In that moment, summoned by her will, she shouted, I revoke this bond. A sudden light burned through the darkness, and in a moment of intense brightness, Lila opened her eyes to find Ash screaming, his form fracturing as beams of light scattered his shadowy image until he evaporated into the air like smoke. Lila collapsed, her heart pounding, the silence that followed ringing in her ears. She had banished Ash, but at a cost. The house felt heavy, the air stale, as if the very walls had witnessed her darkest fears. With each day that passed, the echoes of her laughter could scarcely return to their former glory. Haven's End had quieted down, but Lila knew she had faced the very essence of darkness. She stepped out into the vibrant world outside, searching for the warmth of friends and the laughter she had lost. Yet, as shadows fell and evening approached, she felt a whisper against her neck. I'll be back, Lila, the wind seemed to say, as a chill danced through the trees, leaving her to wonder, perhaps, if Ash was truly gone for good.